Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Ever feel like corporate reports are designed to confuse you? Well, today we're diving into TerrAscend Corp's latest filing, and let me tell you, it's got a bit of a now you see me, now you don't act with a CFO departure and some stock juggling. This report is about a few key events, a change in leadership with the CFO stepping down and some behind-the-scenes stock activity related to a past acquisition. We'll break down what it all means for the company and its investors, Daft. If you appreciate getting straight insights from corporate documents, make sure you're subscribed. We also have a Discord community linked in the description below where you can discuss these filings with other investors. First up, let's talk about some stock sales that didn't go through the usual registration process with the Securities and Exchange Commission. Back in June of 2019, TerrAscend got a piece of some companies known as the Apothecarium entities. Then in January of 2024, they decided to buy the rest of those companies. To complete this purchase, on June 25, TerrAscend issued over 5 million shares of its own stock, about 5,457,1898 to be exact. The price was about 38 cents per share, adding up to roughly 2,074,018 cents per share, adding up to roughly 2,024,238. This price was based on the average trading price of TerrAscend stock over the prior 20 days. This is important because it means the value of the stock given wasn't just pulled out of thin air. It was based on market activity. The company claims they didn't need to register these sales because they fell under certain exemptions, basically meaning they followed the rules for private transactions and insider participation. They are saying that the amount of stock given to insiders was less than 25% of the company's total value, so they didn't need special approvals. This is a common practice, but it's always good to understand why companies choose this route instead of public offerings. Now let's move on to the leadership change. On May 28, 2025, Keith Stauffer decided to step down as the company's chief financial officer. His last day will be July 18, 2025. This is a pretty significant role as the CFO is in charge of all the financial planning and reporting for the company. To make sure Stauffer stays on board until his departure date, the company has agreed to give him a portion of his stock options that he hasn't yet received. This is a pretty standard way to keep someone motivated during a transition period. In the meantime, Elisa Campbell, who is currently the Senior Vice President of Corporate Finance and Accounting, will take over the CFO duties on an interim basis, reporting to Ziad Ghanem, the President and CEO. The company is also actively looking for a permanent replacement for the CFO position, so a big shift in the financial leadership. To make sure everyone knew about this change, TerrAscend put out a press release on June 2, 2025, announcing Stauffer's resignation. You can find a copy of that press release attached to this report. It's all part of keeping investors informed about what's going on inside the company. Now, what does all of this mean for TerrAscend? Well, CFO departures always create some uncertainty. Investors might wonder why the CFO is leaving and whether there are any hidden issues within the company. However, the company seems to have a plan in place with the interim CFO, and they're actively searching for a permanent replacement. As for the stock sales, it looks like a pretty standard part of completing an acquisition. The company followed the rules and kept everyone informed. Ultimately, TerrAscend seems to be navigating these changes without too much disruption. The CFO change is a watch item, but the company is addressing it. Alright, that's our breakdown of TerrAscend's latest filing. What's your take on these announcements and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.